Hi, good afternoon, Mananda. Welcome to today 9th biology online video class. Today we are going to discuss about animal tissues as a third chapter. Already we are coming to that third chapter. We had completed the earlier chapter, plant tissues. How the plants can manage the different functions with the support of the plant tissues. As like plant tissues, animals also having different types of tissues to perform the different kinds of functions. For example, say which is the tissues present in the animals which is around us. Those tissues helps the different functions. Those tissues helps to perform different functions in the animals. So let us coming to the conclusion. We are having different types of tissues as like plants to perform the different kinds of functions. Mainly the animals are having four major kinds of tissues as like in plants. So coming to that, we know that different organ systems, for example, digestive system, respiratory system, transport system, excretory system, reproductive system, coordination, that means linking system. So we are having a different systems like muscular system, skeletal system, nervous system. So we are having a different organ systems work to carry out different functions. We are having a different organ systems to work out different functions. So, for example, say digestive system meant for digestion, respiratory system meant for respiration, as usual, transport system meant for the transportation of the materials. For example, see, this is called as a one cell, means it is a typical animal cell. So, the group of cells which are having a similar structure and meant for the similar function. For example, these group of animal cells, these are the cells which makes the, for example, stomach. So, these stomach cells makes the stomach is an organ which is meant for that the storage of food material for temporarily purpose. So, for temporarily the stomach is an organ to store the food material for a digestion purpose, right? For a digestion purpose. So, this is the stomach. So, stomach is an organ with association of these pancreas, liver, small intestine and large intestine. Finally, it makes a organ system for a specific function. So, this is the information. When coming to the questions which are given to the textbook page number 25. Apart from this textbook page number 25, they are given to that one of the enlist. You have to enlist some of the organ systems which are present in the animal body. Just now we discussed about the digestive system, respiratory system, transport system. Like that, some other systems are we have to enlist, and we have to try to answer these questions. Do some tissues helps in the organs to carry out the functions? Do some tissues or helps in the organs to carry out these functions? Yes, certainly. Yes, certainly there are four major types of tissues in the animals to carry out the different functions of different organ systems. Certainly there are four major types of tissues in the animals as usual, like plants which can carry out the different functions. So with the help of these four major types of tissues, animal tissues, how do they do so? How do they animals can perform the different kinds of functions with the help of these four major kinds of tissues? For example, I can explain. The first and foremost one is outer covering and protection of the body by the epithelial tissue. Here, our outer covering and protection of the animal body by the epithelial tissue. Epi means outer, thelium means layer. So it is called as the outermost layer which can protect and covering the animal body, as like in plants like a dermal tissue. In plants we call as it is a dermal tissue. When coming to the animals, it is called as a epithelial tissue. But more or less the function should be same. It may be variation of the names, but the function is same. There dermal tissue, here epithelial tissue. Next, coming to some of the tissues helps in the movements by help of these muscles and bones. This is called as a muscular tissue. With the help of muscles and bones, I mean that the contraction and relaxation of the the contraction, relaxation of the muscles with association of bones, we can move from one place to another place that we call as a locomotion. So, but with the help of these forelimbs and hind limbs, we are able to walk, we are able to do the functions with these help of these muscular tissue. Next, coming to the other type of tissues make connection between these two. I mean that some of the tissues which makes the connection, that is called as a fluid type of tissue. It is called as a blood. Blood is a type of fluid connective tissue which makes connection to these muscles and bones. So blood is a fluid connective tissue. Blood is a fluid connective tissue which can connect these muscles and bones and these internal parts. Next, coming to some of the tissues which can carry out the information like responses to stimulus. This is called as a nervous tissue. Already we learned that cells are diversity in the 8th class, second chapter, cell the basic unit of life. Of course, all the living organisms, they have to begin their life from the cell level, but after maturation, after multiplication of the cell number, they are differentiated to different type of group of cells to meant for the different kinds of functions. So apart from that, the animals are having the 4 major groups of tissues for 4 major kinds of functions. Those are obviously epithelial tissue for outermost covering and protection, and muscular tissue meant for that contraction and relaxation of the muscles to meant for that locomotion and doing the activities. Next, blood is the fluid connective tissue which can connect the internal organs with bones and muscles. Next, obviously, the last one is response to stimulus. I mean that the nerves tissue which can carry the information to brain and brain to body parts. This is called as a nervous tissue with the nerve cell. So already we have basic idea about blood cells and nerve cells and muscle cells in the diversity in cells in a cell, the basic unit of life. Just we have to recall the information and we have to go on. So coming to the animal tissue, we are having a lab activity. So coming to that animal tissue, we are having a lab activity. Here we are going to do the same material. The material should be same, but we are doing the different 4 kinds of lab activities with the help of only one specimen of collected sample. One collected sample of the specimen, we are going to do 4 major kinds of lab activities with more or less a similar procedure. Just we have to change the slight change of the simple procedure, and we are going to do the we are going to perform the different kinds of lab activities. So coming to the first one is aim. Identification of the tissue in the collected sample. Identification of the tissue in the collected sample. For this, what we are going to suppose to do is just we are going to a chicken center or nearby the chicken market, and we are going to collect the chicken sample of muscle with the skin and bone. Just we have to collect the sample of the chicken with the skin, muscle and bone. So that one piece of chicken piece we are going to collect to the lab. And what are the apparatus required for this? Just microscope, slide and diluted HCl, not concentrated, diluted HCl, and forceps and brush. So these are obviously in our dissection box is available, and this is a slide box and microscope is anyhow available in our science lab. Just we are using this apparatus and we have to follow the simple procedure to find out what are the different types of tissues present in the small piece of chicken. See, coming to the procedure is take a small piece of chicken with bone and skin and muscle. So actually skin is the outermost layer, that means epithelial tissue. Next, muscle is a muscular tissue. When coming to the bone is a connective tissue. Blood and bone is called as a connective tissue. Next, we are going to collection of blood sample, human blood sample, and we are going to the identification of blood grouping. This already we done in that the previous years in the science fairs. So blood grouping kit, by using the blood grouping kit, we are able to identify the blood grouping also. So or otherwise we can just today we are going to observe the human blood as like a permanent slides observation. Next, coming to the bone. Actually put it put in the diluted HCl for 2 hours. For example, the collected sample, for maybe it is a skin to meant for 2 hours, we have to put in the diluted HCl or vinegar. To when we are allow them to soaking the 2 hours of these chicken skin or muzzle, they become too soft and delicate. For example, in case of bone identification, let them to allow them for 24 hours. It is better to perform one day after. I mean that for today we are going to observe the bone. So one day before itself we are placing the these bone, chicken bone in the diluted HCl. So total overnight it goes to that soft and delicate. Tomorrow morning while we are collecting the piece of the bone and we are placing on the glass slide, just we have to pressing with another glass slide and observe the tissues how they are present in the bone. So just like a skin and muscle and bone, we are going to observe these. We are going to observe the under the microscope. Just now today we are going to observe the permanent slides which are available in our permanent slide box. So while coming to the science lab, we are going to take the human blood, the permanent slide. Just we are going to keep the under the microscope and we are focusing the light and just we have to observe that the human blood. So in this human blood, the permanent slide, we are able to identify only the RBC, red blood cells. So this is called as a human blood. Next coming, so this is also another slide which is human blood. Next this is called as a cardiac muscle. This is called as a cardiac muscle permanent slide. Just we have to observe that heart muscles and we are going to, this is the striated muscles. Muscles are different types that we can explain in later. So this is called as a striated muscles. So muscles slide. This is called as a muscles slide. So just we have to observe under the microscope and what is the pictures which are related to these permanent slides. Is collect the small piece of a chicken and we have to separate the skin with forceps. By using the forceps, we are separate the chicken piece skin and we are placing on the glass slide. Before that, we have to make sure to that 2 hours let them to soaking in the diluted HCl. Then the skin becomes very soft and thin. So the single layer of the skin we are placing on the glass slide. Just we have to place the another glass slide and just we have to pressing gently, so that now the skin of the chicken piece it becomes to very soft and reddish color. It should be look like this red in color. So this is our chicken skin epithelial tissue. This is the structure of chicken piece skin epithelial tissue. Skin is the outermost layer, so it is called as the epithelial tissue diagram. Next, based on the above activity, we are going to answer the questions. So what are the questions they are going to pose? So first of all, we have to consider that the questions. Are all the cells are similar? Are all the cells are similar? Yes, all the cells are similar in structure because tissue is nothing but a group of cells with similar structure and similar function. So skin is the outermost layer which is meant for only one function, that is called as outer covering and protection. Next, how are they arranged? They are arranged in a series. Next, are these cells are tightly packed and formed as a continuous sheath? Yes, certainly they are formed as a continuous sheath. Next, is there any intercellular spaces? No, there is no gaps between the one cell to another cell. Yes. Next, think why these cells look like a continuous sheath. Because of this is the outermost layer and covering layer, they do not allow them to any unwanted material inside or any needed material to be outside. So do this tissue covering and protect inside and outside of the animal body. Yes, certainly the inner covering, for example our inner covering means our stomach. For example, this is the tissue of epithelial tissue. It is the innermost layer and outermost layer. So certainly the outer and inner covering of the our human body is protected by the epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue. Next, so this is the collection of blood sample. Just we have to take the blood sample, collection of blood sample by using the small needle. Just we have to prick the blood from the finger, ring finger from left hand, and we have to collect the 3 drops of blood, three drops of blood while placing on the glass slide, and just we have to observe the human blood. We are having the different types of blood cells. I mean that RBC, WBC, platelets. We are having the RBC and WBC and platelets. We are having 3 different types of blood corpuscles. Even though while we are observing the human blood permanent sample of slide, we observe that only the RBC, because for identification of other blood cells we are having a separate technique that should be available in the lab technician. So while we are giving these slides into the lab technician, they can able to explain about the other blood corpuscles. Okay, is it clear? Next, so till now we discuss about that epithelial tissues. I mean that chicken piece of skin and human blood cell sample. Next we are going to take the muzzle, chicken piece muzzle, and the same procedure we are going to follow. Just 2 hours the chicken piece muzzle keep in the or put in the diluted HCl solution. Let them, they have to soft. After that we have to place on the glass slide. Just we have to press with the another glass slide and observe the chicken piece muzzle. The muzzle cell structure is look like. Just we have to observe that permanent slide. Next we are going to the so this is called as a muzzle cell. This is called as a blood cells. This is called as a chicken piece skin cells. This is the epithelial tissue, connective tissue and muscular tissue. Already we are having the nerve cells pictures. Means nerve cell is a picture. Already we have some basic idea in that 8th class cell, the basic unit of life, like nerve cell structure. So next, coming to that, what are the 4 major kinds of animal tissues? So coming to that, animal tissues are mainly 4 kinds. Those are obviously epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and nerve tissue. So as like plants, animals also having the 4 major kinds of animal tissues meant for 4 different kinds. So next coming video we are going to explain about one by one in a detailed manner, and what are the subtopics, that means the subtypes of tissues in the epithelial tissue. So for example, in case of epithelial tissue we are having a different types, like that connective tissue we are having the different types, like muscle tissue we are having the different types, nerve tissue we are having the different types. So that we have to explain in the next video. Thank you children, thank you very much.